Hi, a very warm welcome to all of you. I am Ayushi Shukla and I welcome you to this webinar. Our today's speaker is Arun Chikkamarappa. He studied environment science from St. Joseph College, Bangalore. He's founder of non-profit organization called Connecting Youngsters to Nature, which focuses mainly on wildlife conservation and environmental education activities across India since 2012. They have traveled to most of the protected areas across Karnataka and successfully implemented projects in collaboration with the Karnataka Forest Department, addressing the various issues through forest fire awareness and prevention camping, anti-snare operations, patrolling activities across the century, community awareness program, wildlife awareness programs, for kids, active participations in various wild mammals and bird surveys across India. Through his projects, he has impacted and reached out to 47,000 individuals in 8 states across India from last 9 years. For his contribution in the education and wildlife sector, he has received many awards and has been featured in many newspapers and TV news channels. I welcome you, Arun sir. Please guide us through your journey and take the session ahead.
Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction of mine, Aishu Shukla. And I'm really, really happy and glad to be part of this interview. And also, it's a great opportunity for me to share my knowledge and experiences for the audience. And yeah, so we started as a very tiny project. Uh, Long back when I was a kid, I was looking for opportunities where I could explore nature and wildlife or birds, anything in nature. So as I explored, I joined different nature clubs or bird watching club, and then I started volunteering to uh, a lot of surveys and NGOs, and started traveling to the forest along with them and also individually. So this experience, this journey taught me a lot of things. And also during this journey, what I realized was, uh, like me, there are a lot of youngsters outside. As a kid, all of us are excited to explore the nature and all of this, but we don't get an opportunity to explore or to visit a forest at present. I mean, when you see an percentage of youngsters who are in the forest or who have visited the forest compared to the normal uh, usual kid who is in a village and the city, the percentage of the kids who have visited to a jungle or a natural place is very, very less in the city. So this thing I realized during my journey. So I thought, okay, why don't I share my knowledge which I have and connect them. So there is this forest. We have one of the richest biodiversity in the world. We have a lot of wild animals. We have a lot of uh, forest biodiversity reserves. More than 550 to 600 rivers originate from Indian forest itself. And but sadly, what we have done is the percentage of the protected area in the entire Indian landscape. If you take in whole India of about 100%, the percentage of forest and the wildlife area right now today, it's just 3.5 to 4%. That's all. That's all we have. And the main source for us is water. Okay, I mean there's already we're already fighting for water. I mean, we're already paying for to buy water, to drink water. I mean, there is huge. I mean, across the world, there are places where there is no availability of water at all. So the more than 500 or 600 rivers originate from forest. We have such a rich biodiversity. And the secondly is we have the largest youth population in the world. Okay, so both are amazing, but there is no connection in this between this the forest and the youth population. So they tell that we categorize population when we go to uh, schools and colleges, the crowd, general crowd, into two categories: the bacha parties, as in the kids, and the Buddha parties, people who are adults. Okay, so how much ever we go and educate the elder people, they have a lot of responsibility, and they can't focus or divert their mind. There are a few percentage of people who are excited to save and protect, but the number is very, very, very less. And so what we do is we focus on the kids. So the reason why kids is, I mean, everywhere we have been listening that, okay, children and the kids are the future generations. So what we focus is educating the kids, and they're excited to explore. First thing. Second thing is they're the future citizens. So what we do is we go and concentrate and focus and teach them. So generally what happens in the outside world is there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of competition. So in any aspect, when you in the school, you'll have to get more marks, you'll have to score well, or if you go to any uh, art or singing or dancing, there is a lot of competition which teachers and uh, parents have created. So when it comes to our workshops and activities, we don't uh, make them compete with each other, because they'll have to protect nature or anything to explore. They'll have to be in a team. So we make them into different groups. Mostly we do 3-4 activities. We major activities where kids connect to nature is through a nature walk. We just take them outside. If they have a garden in the school, you don't have to come to a forest, or you don't have to go to a national park. You can just explore your own garden, your own backyard, or your own school's uh, playground, where you have a lot of wildlife, you have a lot of uh, natural things which you can observe. And then we ask them, we take them when on a request, when we go to the schools, when we do a film show or a talk or uh, any kind of activities, we get a lot of requests to take the kids to the wild. So that time selected students, we take them to the forest, and that is when they get introduced. So this is at the very basic level, and then we did this for a very longer time, about 5 years. We did this activity. I individually did this in the beginning, about 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Then I realized, okay, this can't happen by uh, by me. I mean, the I wanted to teach this for a very larger audience. Okay, so I wanted them to engage, because if you long back, about 3 or 4 years back, I attended a workshop in Indian Institute of Science. There was an amazing person, which the person told one very simple thing, and this uh, opened my eyes. Uh, I mean, I was really surprised. I was also in that same notion. The researcher, the scientist, I don't know, I forgot the name. That lady, what she told was,
Yeah. Yeah, you're on mute. Yeah.
sorry. So who protects? Uh, we, I was, this question was asked to the entire crowd.
Again,
There
could
is
you?
forest department.
Yeah, yeah,
There is forest department.
yeah.
There is uh, researchers. There are uh, people who are dedicated, wildlife people, wildlife conservation organizations. This is what the answers which came out. But the point is, this is the this is the same mindset which everybody has. They think that there is someone else to save the nature. There is someone else to protect the nature.
Again. Yeah.
Okay, we individually have to take the responsibility of saving or conserving the forest or the wildlife or anything. So this is changed my perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So then I realized the rate of development is increasing very, very fast. So we'll have to have a larger team, and I'll have to reach to a larger audience. So what happened when I went to schools and colleges? From schools, we colleges. So we started teaching them about nature and wildlife, and then we started exploring the larger audience. So they came in, they came okay. So we started. We got a lot of youngsters from
Hmm.
colleges. They
Hmm.
started coming forward, and they were like, "Okay, even we want to take part in this activity." So what we did was we trained them for about 1 month and 2 months. So were from different cities and different states. So we trained them how to do this and how to duplicate this in a very simple way. And when I was doing all of this, I was still a student. Okay, so I was not getting the pocket money, or I was not having any resources to expand. So what I realized was I planned and strategized in a simple way so that even if a third person or a new volunteer who comes inside, they should not be able to spend more money, or they should be very easily go to a college or a school, and then they can teach. So they were volunteers from Gujarat, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bombay, and a few of my friends stay internationally also. There is a friend of mine who stays in Maldives. So we did, we trained him and he did it in Maldives. And there is a friend of mine in Sri Lanka. So he did it there. So in Africa also, there was a friend who came to Bangalore, and we took him for a nature walk. And once he went back, and he was like, "I'm really happy that we were part of your organization, and I'll be happy to share this in my own country." So this went on for 5 years, 6 years. So after a few years, I mean. People say that all you have to do is just work hard with your complete heart. Opportunities will start looking for you and all of this. So when we did this, I think in 2014, there was an organization called One Young World. About 160 to 200 countries, delegates from 200 youngsters who are below 30. They participate. So yeah. So they have collaborated with the United Nations. So I was nominated and I was selected. I was the only Indian from India to participate in this conference, which happened in Arizona. There was this conference called One Young World Environmental Conference in 2014. So they recognized our project because it was very simple, and in a very less time we had reached out to a larger number of people. So for this they had selected, and this is just a few achievements, one of the few achievements which we had, and later on, after that, we thought, okay, yeah, we want to reach to more audience. So what is that we'll have to do? I think until then it was just a project. It was just a project, and whenever I used to be free, I used to go to schools, and whoever. I'm actually, this is not boasting. I can identify about 500 to 550 different species of birds. So that's my skill, which I have in this journey of going to forest and all of this. My main interest started from observing birds. So I started listening to them, documenting them, and started identifying, started recording the seasonal birds and all of this. So one of the major activity what we teach anybody when they come is bird watching. We start with bird watching, and then we explain them about different aspects, the trees, butterflies, wildlife. So the basic thing what we do is we ask any individual to uh, identify the wildlife around them, observe. If you We ask very basic questions, okay, just and randomly name, I'm asking you, Aishi, randomly name few local birds or trees, about four or five.
Banyan, neem,
Yeah.
people,
Okay. Okay.
Ashoka, Gulmohar.
Yeah.
Yeah, five done.
So this, in this, there are native trees and there are exotic trees which we have got. So
Yeah.
this difference, uh, youngsters or adult, nobody knows. And when it comes to birds, people just tell about myna, pigeon, parrot, or eagle, or something like that. So what we do is we ask them to go a little deeper. So ask them to observe. We ask them to observe, and when they start observing, that is when they get connected to nature or wildlife. So we connect them by asking them to observe, and then we once they get the connection, we ask them what are the problems right now. If you see, there's a lot of destruction of forest, if there's a lot of pollution, there's a lot of sewage being dumped into the rivers and the lakes, and a lot of, and also, as I told in the beginning, the percentage of protected area in the country in India, it's very less. It's just 3%. And even in that 3%, we are trying to do a lot of developmental projects, a dam, windmill, solar project, hydroelectric projects, and we are one of the fastest developing country. So real estate, we need, everybody wants to have their own house. So all these are the problems which is directly hitting the environment. So why the basic cause for all of this is greed, and not we're not follow we're not having a simple lifestyle right now. Okay, and we don't have that satisfaction that, okay, yeah, if you have a normal phone, you want to upgrade it. If you want, if you have visited one restaurant, then you'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll have to explore another one. If you go to an uh, mall or something, we'll already be having a lot of pairs of uh, outfits to wear, but still if we select, or if we buy, uh, we'll be like, okay, yeah, we want one more. This is just a trend which has started. So all of the resources, for example, for manufacturing of cloth or the food, what you eat in the restaurant, the energy or the resources behind to bring it to your own plate, to bring it to your own neighboring store, it takes a lot of resources to reach the water, to grow. So all of this is interrelated. So this is what we explain.
Yeah, yeah,
And then and then the final thing is
yeah.
there is we have a large and beautiful biodiversity, and then there is a lot of problems. So what are we going to do? The role of the youngster, or the role of the kid, or the role of the adult is very simple. I mean, we'll have to start respecting what we have around. The first thing is that is the first and the foremost thing which we need to do. Second thing would be you'll have to in olden days every house used to have a garden or agricultural land. Today if you go, there is no garden, or I mean, it's difficult. You can't blame anything because the real estate price is also gone, the land value is also gone. So we can't blame, but you'll have to, we as an individual, it's not government responsibility to take care of us. We are individuals, we have uh, capabilities to do whatever we want. So this is protecting nature or conserving nature. It's not. It is government responsibility, but as an individual, it is our responsibility also. Uh, we want fresh air. We can't go and ask government that, okay, yeah, provide us fresh air. Grow a tree in front of your house. Have a garden, or take care of the local park. Go visit your local lake. Take no, There is very limited amount of people who are doing all of this, and this is what we'll have to practice and start doing as a volunteering. We'll have to take things, nobody is going to tell us to do all of this, so we'll have to take it on our own responsibility. You'll have to identify the next big thing in future. We had industrial revolution, we had tech revolution. The next big thing would be is environment and nature protecting. If this is the There's a lot of problems. So uh, as an entrepreneurial way, if I want to explain it in a way from an entrepreneur aspect, the all of this are the global problem. The climatic change is a global problem. The water shortage is a global problem. The next problem would be is shortage of food. We are converting all the agricultural land into uh, apartments and all of this. And there are very few people who are growing food. So the next problem would be shortage of food. So if there is somebody who will bring the solution for all of this, he'll be the next billionaire. So there is a lot of scope here also if people want to explore. And there was a time when people were like, oh, there is nobody is going to pay us if you go plant a tree, or say you want to protect one landscape, or if you want to do anything. But right now things have changed, and everybody wants to go to forest to educate the hospital industry. I was doing a research in the afternoon. The wildlife ecotourism, we call it as an ecotourism. In 2000 by 2027, the industry will, the turnover, I think it will be about $330 billion. This is huge. So we need a lot of people to come. We'll want to people to take volunteering action. So mostly what we do in connecting youngsters to nature is we make people realize that, yeah, you'll have to, this is our responsibility, and we'll have to uh, take care of our own, take care of planet by ourselves. So by this, I think I've shared most of the things which we do. And I'm thank I'm thankful to Ayushi
Oh,
for giving me such an amazing opportunity to share the knowledge which I have. Thank you so much.
yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you, Arunji, for this wonderful session. Thank you for taking out time and guiding us on how we can connect youngsters to nature. I wish more and more youngsters will come forward and put in efforts to conserve the environment. And definitely, kids, they are the future. If you are able to connect kids with this great cause, definitely we can create a larger impact. So, with this, let's end our session with Shanti Mantra. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Thank you so much, Arunji. Thank you for your
thank you
time.
so much.
Okay.
Yeah.